Assalamualaikum to Dr. Amalia. My name is Nur Shafra binti Arjaman, and today I'm going to present about my final year project, that is relationship between supervisor-supervisee interactions and mental health state among trainee counselors during supervision process in higher education institutions, and it is supervised by Dr. Mazlina binti Ghazali. In this presentation, I'm going to talk about Chapter 1, Chapter 2, and Chapter 3. For Chapter 1 introduction, for this study, according to Madhavi, mental health is a crucial issue that affects many aspects of life, including an individual educational situations and achievement. According to Fullen, an internship is one of 3 requirements for becoming a registered counselor. Based on Harvard, stronger supervisor-supervisee interactions are conducive to supervision outcome, just as strong therapeutic alliance have been linked to improve counseling outcomes. There are 3 problem statements. For theoretical gap, in past research, only the trainee perspective was used to rate supervisory working alliance. For methodology gap, based on the past research, the sample size was small and participant could not be assigned at random. Last one is empirical gap. Based on the past study, there is slackness in the research where the researcher do not include the variable of cultural knowledge and awareness for the supervisor point of view. Next is research objective to investigate the relationship between supervisor-supervisee interactions and mental health state among trainee counselor in HEI. The research question is there any relationship between supervisor-supervisee interactions and mental health state among trainee counselor in HEI? There are 3 hypotheses that is to find. If there is any significant relationship between supervisor-supervisee interactions and mental health states among trainee counselors in HEI. For conceptual framework consists of the correlation between supervisor-supervisee interactions and mental health state. Meanwhile, for theoretical framework consists 3 main components of Bourdain model, that is mutual agreements and understanding on goals, specific tasks assigned to each other in striving for goals, and the establishment of supervisor-supervisee internship bonding. Next is significance of study. There is less research that specifically studies supervisor-supervisee interactions and mental health. Because of this, research will allow the supervisor to gain knowledge about the effect of supervisor-supervisee interactions on trainee counselors' mental health. Hence, the data collections and the result can be used for future research. The limitations of this study, because of the pandemic COVID-19, all the supervision is shifting to online mode. The majority of trainee counselors must learn from home. Because the learning and supervision approach differ, this can impact supervisee mental health state. Last one is definition of term. For supervisory working alliance, conceptual terms, Bourdain model define this as the formations of bond between a supervisor and supervisee through collaborative efforts to achieve mutual goals. Operational terms, the supervisory working alliance inventory is used to measure the supervisor and supervisee interactions. For mental health, conceptual terms, mental health can be defined as a state of mental well-being in which each individual is aware of her own potential. Operational terms, mental health in this study is the DAS test that is to measure the emotional states of depression, anxiety, and stress. Moving on to Chapter 2, Literature Review, many studies have been conducted on the anxiety experienced by counselor trainees and how it affects their performance and development. According to a study conducted by Hilton, supervisees with high support condition were more satisfied with their supervisory relationship. According to previous study, when emotional bond was strengthened over time, trainees perceived their supervisor personal qualities and performance more positively, and they felt more ease in supervision. The last one is theories and concept. Bourdain model on supervisory working alliance based on Stenner identifies supervisory working alliance as an example of a critical component that contributes to changes in the supervision process. The therapeutic working alliance model introduced by Bourdain in 1983 emphasizes 3 characteristics, that is mutual agreement and understanding on goals, specific tasks assigned to each other in striving for goals, and the establishment of supervisor and supervisee relationship bonding. The last chapter, that is chapter 3, methodology. The research design for this study is correlational research design, and it is quantitative research that will be conducted in survey research method. The target population is counseling student of year 3 and 4 at each UNIMAS, UMS, UMT, USIM, and UPSI. The target sample consists of respondents from 5 Malaysian institutions that have completed practicum and internship in years 3 and 4. This study used stratified random sampling method and using Tabanik and Fidel formula as well as Cohen formula. There are two instruments that will be used there: the supervisory working alliance to measure supervisor and supervisee interactions, and the DAS test to measure mental health state. There is 3 steps for data collection. First, the instruments are first designed in a Google form and approved for use in the research by the supervisor. Second, a permission letter with the attachment of online questionnaire. Links will be sent via email to the respective dean of the faculty. Third, the questionnaire links will be distributed to training counselor at each university. Last but not least, data analysis will be collected by using descriptive analysis and inferential analysis using Pearson correlation. That's all from me. Thank you for listening.